Hi there, this is Dave Jacobs of Small Church Pastor, and you're listening to another mini pod. No fluff, just good stuff in under 5 minutes. Who is currently frustrating you? Now take a minute and give it some thought. If you're a pastor, it might be a parishioner. If you're a parishioner, well, it might be your pastor. It doesn't matter who you are. Chances are someone right now at this very moment frustrates you. Now, there's nothing necessarily wrong with frustration. Frustration is just a feeling, the feeling we feel from being upset or annoyed when something or someone prevents us from achieving something important to us. And have you noticed that the people who frustrate us, and we them, are those who are close to us? Someone once said, "Forget your enemies. It's your friends you frustrate that cause all the problems." Boy, isn't that true. But here's the thing about frustration. Frustration leads to irritation, and irritation is the soil from which relational friction grows, which, when undealt with, eventually results in separation. Think about the last breakdown of relationship you experienced. There's a good chance it can be traced back to frustration, which led to irritation, which led to relational friction, which ended in separation. Now, since this is true, whether we are a pastor or parishioner, we must act upon feelings of frustration quickly, or else they'll build into something bigger and more difficult to deal with. Don't underestimate frustration. Don't minimize these feelings. Don't let one thing lead to another. Now, here are a set of questions that you might first of all ask yourself when you recognize that you're frustrated. These are questions to ask yourself. When you know it, boy, that person really frustrates me, consider asking yourself these questions. Number 1, am I making a mountain out of a molehill? Number 2, is there any way in which I might have contributed to the thing in the other person that is now frustrating me? Number 3, do I need to secretly forgive the person and let it go? Number 4, do I need to talk to the person about what they did that frustrates me? Number 5, will talking to the person only make matters worse? Number 6, is there any way in which I can talk to this person without making matters worse? And number 7, am I really sure this isn't really about me rather than them? Those are questions if you recognize that you're frustrated with someone. How about some questions to ask the person that you think is frustrated with you? For example, number 1, you might say something like, well, maybe I'm reading you wrong, but am I frustrating you? See, this is a better question than, are you frustrated? Because are you frustrated puts the blame on the person that we're trying to clear the air with. How about this? Will you accept my apology? Or you might say to that person, how might I prevent this from happening again? Are you frustrated? Is there someone frustrated with you? Deal with it early on. You don't want frustration to lead to irritation, irritation to friction, and friction to separation. It reminds me of something the Apostle Paul said in Romans 12:18. As much as it depends upon you, be at peace with all people. Once again, this is Dave Jacobs, a Small Church Pastor. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you next time.